Hey guys, and welcome to part 2. So in this part, we're just going to fix the ADS issue real quick. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a new variable called a bool. We're going to call it going to ADS. Set it to true. We do this, and we will do a retriggerable delay, and we will set ADS to false after 0.2 seconds. And we need to keep this the same as this. Oops, go true here and false here. And now here, if we are going to ADS, if we're not, that's fine. Just do that. If we are, we want to delay by 0.2 seconds and then do this. And now let's see if this works. So now it keeps going in, which you can debate which is better or worse, but I think this one, it doesn't snap around as much, so I think that's a little bit better. So I'm going to leave it like that, and I think that'll solve our problem for now. So that's that problem solved. Now let's get to making the ability to pick up items. So we're going to do this with a trace. And the way we want to do this is we're going to start with a collision. Project settings. Go to collision. We're going to add a new object channel, and then object channel is going to be, default response is going to be overlap, and it's going to be called pickup. You know what, we could even make that interactable, just in case we want to do a door or something. So we're going to go to our first person character, and we're going to go to our tick, and we're just going to make a new function. And we're going to call it trace for interactables. And on the event graph on tick, we will trace for interactables. So what we're going to do is do a sphere trace for objects. I already forgot if I made it. No, it is an object channel. Yes, object channel. Sphere trace for objects. So we will make an array, and it'll be interactable. And the start will be our, get world location. And then the end will be plus. And we will do get forward vector multiplied by. And we'll just connect this here so we can control the value. We'll make it, I guess, 500 by default. And connect that here, connect that here, and the radius, this is how wide and tall it is. It's a sphere, so 50, I guess. We'll see how it looks, and we'll just do debug for one frame, and we'll do a print screen. Actually, no. What we're gonna do is we'll just break this, promote hit actor to a variable, current interactable, and then we're gonna drag this in and do get. Convert to validated get. If there is no current interactable, do this. Set current interactable to that actor. If there is a current interactable, but it's not equal to the new interactable, then we will again do this because we will change the interactable to the new one. However, we want to, we'll need to do an interface, but we'll do that after this. So another thing we need to do is a branch, so hold B and click, and then if there is a hit, do this. If there's no hit, but current interactable is valid, meaning we're not tracing anything, but we previously did trace something, we need to undo it, so we'll just set that to 0. And we'll make an interface next, so we shall do that right now. So let's go to our blueprints folder and make a new folder and call it common. And in there, we'll make a new interface. We'll go to blueprints, blueprint interface, BPI, interactable. And let's make a few functions here. So we will do interact. I think that'll be good actually. That's pretty much all we need. Yes. Okay, so let's figure out what I'm doing here, because I lost my train of thought. So we'll go to our first person character, under first person here, And yeah, that's good actually. So we need to do a button if we click. So we'll do F, I guess. I like F. You can do E or whatever. Or you know what? We'll do inputs. We'll do it the proper way. Go to input, action mappings, interact, and we'll make it F. You can make it E, whatever you want. So first person character, we're going to do interact. If we interact, we want to get current interactable. If it's valid, then we will interact. Great. So now we need to do pickup for the weapon. So we're going to change this. We have child actor here. We're going to do this, connect this here, get rid of that. We're going to get rid of the child actor because we don't want to use that anymore. That's going to mess up our code, but that's fine. So what we can do is add, we'll make a new function and we'll call it pickup weapon. And base weapon. Sorry, I am totally losing my train of thought. This is, I mean, we could do it this way, yeah, so we'll do it this way. So interactable, interact, but we want to also cast this to a weapon, cast a base weapon. Technically, we don't need to do both, but in this case, it makes sense because we want to interact with doors and stuff, but we also want to do specific stuff for weapon. So what we will do is we'll do attach to actor. No, attach to component. Connect it to mesh. And what was the socket name again? I think it was like grip1 or something. Grip point. Grip point. And location, we will snap to target. Oh god. Windows is loading Visual Studio for some reason. Guess I double click that. And scale will keep, well, snap to target, I guess. Okay, so now what we need to do is set this to our current weapon. So what we can actually do is click interact, and we can do pick up and drop. So that makes sense. So if there is a current weapon already, and this is happening, if it's not valid, do this. If it is valid, we want to drop and then do this. So this way we drop the weapon. Okay, and this is still complaining because we needed to connect our current weapon to here. And that should be that. Great. Now let's go try it. And as you can see, we have our chest here. And it's not tracing it. We can tell because it highlights green if it does. So go to our weapons, base weapon. We need to actually turn the collision on. So we're going to make this a physics actor, I suppose. But we want, actually we'll make it custom. And then we'll change it to object type interactable. And overlap. And I don't know if we need overlap. Yeah, of course we need overlap events. We are tracing for overlaps, so that was a dumb thing to say. It's very late. So as you can see, it's highlighting it now. So if we hit F, we now have our new weapon. So let's hit F here. And it doesn't work because we already have a current weapon. So, actually it should have done it anyway. Why did it not work? So current interactable, current weapon is valid, drop current weapon. It's because it's tracing our current weapon. So what we need to do is go to trace for interactable, actors to ignore. We want current weapon, ignore current weapon. So now we can go and pick this up, and now it's attaching to because we haven't added any code for dropping yet. So let's go to that, base weapon, class settings, add our interactable interface, and then event drop. Drop, compile, say event drop, there we go. And we're going to do we want to actually connect this here. We want to get rid of the scene, because otherwise it wouldn't work this way. So we want to set simulate physics and event pickup, interact. Yeah, event pickup. We want to turn physics off. And I'm not sure we called pickup. I think we just call interact, but not pickup. So yeah, drop. So we'll do pickup. So let's see how this works now. So as you can see, it worked. It totally fell through the floor. And the reason for that is interactable, because most things are set to ignore interactable, right? So we're gonna go to edit project settings. I screwed that up a bit. I've made a few mistakes and I apologize for that. So we're gonna change that to block, and it's still overlapping, so good. So we can do this. Oh, right. So we need to go to our base weapon and make it not block pawns. Now we can go pick this up. And as you can see, we can switch our weapons. Hooray! So now we can get rid of our trace there. Well, we need to keep it, but we can get rid of the draw debug. And file save all. Right, so I think that'll do it for this video. So thanks for watching. So we can pick up different weapons now and give them different stats. Well, we'll get to the stats part in the next videos. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.